शुक्लांबरधरं विष्णुं शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजं प्रसन्न वदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्न उपशान्तये। Friends, apart from Shiras, hands are the symbolization of duality of this world. The five senses of action work with five elements outside. Panchabhutagalu. The five senses of perception are those which create this action. So the Indian system is just to shut up all this and concentrate on what you are telling. So we do like this. It's not for me, for everyone, symbolization, but it can be better within. It's only to shut up your outgoing mind and just to concentrate on the present. I'm always sorry because my words are quite strong. But when I say shut up, I don't mean it, but it's quite strong, but at the same time it can drive you to what I want you to be. So when we say Shuklam Baradaram, the Ambara, which is purest of white, of Jyoti, we can't think about our petty things. When we are telling something much higher, so I was trying to do it like this. Just shut all these indriyas and let your heart be open. So we keep near the heart. शुक्लांबरधरं विष्णुं शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजं प्रसन्न वदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये अखण्डमण्डलाकारं व्याप्तं येन चराचरं तत्पदं दर्शितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः ध्यानमूलं गुरोर्मूर्तिं पूजामूलं गुरोर्पदं मन्त्रमूलं गुरोर्वाक्यं मोक्षमूलं गुरोर्कृपा अज्ञानतिमिरान्तस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेद विभागिने व्योमवत् व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तं वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम् सर्वमङ्गलमाङ्गल्ये शिवे सर्वार्थसाधिके शरण्ये त्र्यम्बके देवी नारायणी नमोस्तुते देवी नारायणी नमोस्तुते नारायणी नारायणी नमोस्तुते
नारायणी नमोस्तुते
कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं
कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम्
ॐ ह्रीं
ह्रीं
नमः शिवाय
नमः शिवाय
सुब्रह्मण्योऽहं
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 सुब्रह्मण्योऽहम्
ॐ
ॐ
शान्ति
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 शान्तिः
शान्तिः
Friends, as usual, sounds create very important role in the creation of things in this world. Today's technology is a result of the quest and sounds created by those long before. The rustics and seers and people were living a very natural life. So they knew their follies, they knew their strength, and they acted and reacted to nature naturally. But later on, when it comes to normal people, I call them normal because they are upright, that's all. That difference is not in the form, not in the blood circulation, not in anything is not different from Einstein and you. Why Einstein is Einstein or some avatar is avatar and someone is someone. It's only in the Ajnana Timir, the high cholesterol of Ajnana. So when avatars come, they call themselves, they have Kshira in their body. That doesn't mean that they have a white blood somewhere. It's not white blood. What do you call that? Bad blood is not running. It's a very good blood, like Rajavamsha or some other Vamsha. They have that kind of blood, which is Kshira. Even the highest jnanis boast that they have that Retas, Ojas, which is equivalent to Kshira because their Shukla, their power has been transported into light or transformed into light throughout their body. So they also boast that, they also say that they have the Kshira in their body because their energy has been transformed from a liquid form to the light form. Ultimately it's all light or darkness. Open your eyes, there is light. Close your eyes, there is darkness. Then close your eyes, you see light. Open your eyes, there is darkness. It's all illusion. It's nothing. But with light or darkness, we can't exchange money or we can't exchange coffee. So apart from this man is very intelligent. He has created coffee, money, more than God's intelligent way of creating people. He has given hatred and anger, which is more love than real love. Always those who fight cannot live differently, separately. Because they want, there is no reason to fight, but still they will be fighting. But one day if they miss each other, they become very bad. They are highly tensed up. Showing love in the form of hatred and fight. That is the way they create illusion. So I always say that the family fight, even if the world starts fighting you, something like a dog bites its own cubs, small ones. Don't take it seriously. It won't give poison. It won't poison us. The droha is in the malina buddhi. It is beneficiary, people feel so, they do that. But if they understand a little of Bharatiya culture, they will know that more droha waits outside. ಇವರು ಒಂದು ಸ್ಟೆಪ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು 10 ದ್ರೋಹ ಇವರಿಗೆ ಅಂಟುಕೊಳ್ತೇವೆ without their knowledge. So this is not to create fear, the Vedas try to tell you. But sin should be feared. I always say that don't fear God. Once you are a papi also, why do you fear God? Fear sin and love God. So the distance is when we are thinking that we are papis every moment and then we keep distance from God and we choose gods of our excuse who can hear us and pay a little bribe and think that we are absolved. This is more creating more sins than the real sinner. It's more childish. even a child understands better. If you say that don't touch the candle, don't touch this light, don't touch this deepa, it will touch because it wants to know what is it. But next time you show it, it will run away because it knows. But man never understands by experience. But everything man wants to create into the positive effect. The positive effect should not be asuric at least. Suppose when I say this experience, some people will take a challenge. Why don't I touch it? Let me see how if I touch it. It's all right if you are going to be a martial arts fighter or you want to be beyond. Even a good cook has to touch more hot things, So it's not that you should not touch it, but for vengeance, for not understanding, why do you do it? The martial arts express sit on the hard bricks and then they stand on the hand bricks. They make their body super adjustable to the super heat, maximum heat. So that is for a positive effect which he feels that he has to undergo. So if you are educated like this, if you are going to become a martial arts expert, to do it. If you want to become a great sannyasi who can live without food for 1 month, 2 months, do it. But the intention should be real. I am very easily speaking and you are also very easily listening. But it's not very easy to understand this. 20 minutes you sit on Siddhasana, Padmasana, Sukhasana and think about God. Physically I can see one person sitting 20 minutes like that, but not even for a fraction of a second his mind shuts. So what should I take, his sitting or the purpose for which, his intention I was trying to tell, for which he is sitting. The next is your pain in the joints. Then because this also is held up in a very light, what do you call it, it's not good cushion effect. So this also gets pain while sitting like that. So at least 20 minutes if you can just not think about it, then you are through. God is a different subject. Not feeling pain itself is a big subject. So when this is happening, when I am talking about 30 days of not eating, how much fear will be injected in? All others will come and tell. We ourselves will feel the skin is shrinking, this, that. And this is how man gets fear. So it's the natural effects in the body cannot be negated. The positive thoughts create positive vibrations and healing effects. But a little beyond this, the seer's state of seeing everything. And everyone sees from that point only. There is no need for anyone to become a seer, saint, physically or akar rope. All these things are not needed. Can you see the sound which creates is pushed by love? A good-hearted person always, even in anger, he shows love. All activities minus selfishness is love. Is the mind untouched by this selfishness? That is the test of nature in every human being. What is selfishness? Getting some benefit, even in the form of secret happiness, or getting some benefit. Only duty can negate this kind of selfishness. So, from morning to evening when we are awake, if we can perform duties, then it doesn't reflect on selfishness. It may be going to job, it may be going and buying some milk, it may be helping some person to cross the road, or it may be just preparing tea for yourself. In all this, if selfishness is not attached, that is the duty. For this, there is no reaction. That's why it's called duty. Kartavya and karma are different. Duty plus responsibility is karma. So when I say that I have to prepare tea, I have to go buy and milk, I have to do this, I have to go to job, then I am doing it, so it becomes a karma reflecting in a reactory way. It reacts on me. So work, karma minus responsibility is duty. That is why Lord Krishna says, do your duty. You are not killing anyone, it's all designed. you do your duty. I want to ask question. What is karma? One plus one is what is it? Kartavya? Restlessness. Okay. Is karma. How to do in an unselfish way this karma? Love the work and do it. The work minus responsibility is duty. Responsibility left. Wow. Very nice way of asking, eh? Do you find the difference where the selfishness attaches? At no moment we will be thrilled, or we will be excited, or we will be rushing out if we know that it's all just duty. Then what is love? When you do all this duty, you are pushed by love. You can't see love. If this duty is done, then with the tea is perfect. The love behind making this tea is perfect. Why I am saying perfect? Because it has no ill effects, no positive effects. The greatest Brahmajnani or avatar also does the duty in this way. At that moment, he is standing on the war field. Another moment, he is a messenger. Another moment, he is talking jovially to some people. So this is the way they conduct. We can't find fault where he is standing, what he is doing, why he is jovial. He has performed and forgotten. Rather, it has happened in time. Time has erased from his memory. Similarly, we have to understand that from those activities. I did not give lectures on all this. We understand each other more in silence than all these sounds, words. The truth should not and cannot express as if it is living, as if it is ever living. But still it creates one God, one man, one animal, and all this prapancha just to play with. And the grace of that truth falls as rain. And the Jivarakshis on earth go on and on, apart from other grahas. ಒಂದು ದೇವರು ಒಂದು ಮನುಷ್ಯರು ಒಂದು ಅನಿಮಲ್ ಎಲ್ಲರನ್ನೂ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ ಅಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಅದರ್ ಪ್ಲಾನೆಟ್ಸ್ which move in their own direction or don't move also. So the evolution is in this mixed which produces mixed reactions and actions. So when we say even the devas want a birth of human being for this purpose, because ultimate enjoyment, as we say, the devas enjoy, but it's not everything. So even Puranically they want to come back to this earth. Devas have different meaning. The lights, spread as souls, always in form of light. So all those people say that Jandunam Nara Janma Durlabham. So the vertically created man with nervous system alone can move into the moksha, the liberated liberation, who can alone move into non-reappearance. He need not reappear. We also, in IT industry, vertical is better or horizontal? Both. Horizontal is better. There is always a white. No, this is with regard to creation. When the nervous system is created and when the pranis are moving in a horizontal way, they are not eligible for the liberation. That is, but if a person out of karmas is created that way, what we can do? The primary Tarzan would have walked like that. For the corporate world. So why man is eligible? Because it's Naramandala vertical. So his energy centers can just shoot him up and we can get liberated in a trice. It doesn't take much time. And what is moksha? Such a state of non-reappearance. a man who can glorify death lives. One who fears death dies. But asuras are also, they don't fear death, they say. But there is a minor fear in them. If God appears, that fear makes them die only. Always I was promising, there's no power in front of God which can win over it.
ಇವರು
You would
ಯಾವತ್ತೂ
have
ಹೇಳ್ತಾ
heard
ಇರ್ತಾರೆ.
it, but it's a promise. You would have heard it just from Purana, but there's no power against God. So physically appearing Rama avatar or Krishna avatar, they were living in the present and they were never feared any asuras. Even though they were told that the asuric power is too much, they can create their own graha mandalas, they can create their own planets, they can appear in any form, they can fight in any form, but still these people never feared. Rakta bija, a drop of blood will create many asuras. So many informations were given to the power of God. So Vishnu knows that it is Vishnu Maya. Devi knows that it is Devi's Maya in another form, Asura. Shiva need not fear, just if he opens another eye, finished. He has such a strength that he just doesn't need any information. So where is fear? We are mortals. Don't excuse. Don't excuse that you are mortals. As I say, if you can see your breath going in and go out, you have already started becoming immortal. Other, it will tell you that you are on the path towards immortality. Because I am borrowing, I am living how long, I am borrowing, I am living how long. This will create a sense of jnana in you, wisdom. So love in an unfinished form reflects on people. In an unfinished form. So we call it affection. In another trusty, selfish angle, it's called lust. Then when it creates so many forms, the same love becomes a desire. When those things are not fulfilled, it becomes dreams. So the love is recognized only when world is felt as a dream. Till such a time world is real, we have forms, we have names, we are breathing, we are running. All this we are earning name to ourselves. So Nama Rupa Guna is the biggest Maya. This chair is a name. The form of this is Rupa. The characteristics is it can hold me, it can hold anyone who sits. We don't know whatever it is. Rama, immediately we remember one Lord Rama. We don't know whether he was in that form, whether he was shaven or not shaven, or whether he was always wearing a kirita or with kodanta, all those things. Very big mystical things there. But still we feel that is Rama. Each is a very powerful thing, whatever ayudas they had also. And Rama is a Satyavanta, that is the guna, Vishesha, attributed to Rama. So we can't think in the platform of thought, from the platform of thought, without these three. So what are we? We are always held in some form or another in these three from morning to night. When we have started recognizing ourselves first, because we miss that, we recognize only outside. A shloka has to be repeated thrice. Repeat with me. Vanamali,
Vanamali,
Gadi,
Gadi,
Sharangi,
Sharangi,
Shanki,
Shanki,
Chakri,
Chakri,
Cha,
Cha,
Nandaki,
Nandaki,
Shriman Narayano,
Narayano,
Vishnu,
Vishnu,
Vasudevo,
Vasudevo,
Abhirakshatu,
Abhirakshatu,
Vanamali,
Vanamali,
Gadi,
Gadi,
Sharangi,
Sharangi,
Shanki,
Shanki,
Chakri,
Chakri,
Cha,
Cha,
Nandaki,
Nandaki,
Shriman
Narayano,
Narayano,
Vishnu,
Vasudevo,
Vasudevo,
Abhirakshatu,
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 वनमाली
वनमाली
गदी
गदी
शार्ंगी
शारंगी
शंकी
शंकी
चक्री
चक्री
च
च
नंदकी
नंदकी
श्रीमन
श्रीमन्
नारायणो
नारायणो
विष्णु
विष्णो
वासुदेवो विरक्षतु.
वासुदेवो विरक्षतु.
This shloka has power of protection. If you can believe analgin will create this much chemical reactions in you, just believe this. This is more power than all this what you call solid things. The science, which has documented few things out of surveying and keep on record as a document, creates some technology, some medicine, some these things. We believe so much in that, we have to go by that. But what power this should have got, if we had a little faith, that would have been enough. Long back, we have lost it. The nature is the garland. The forest is the most potent form of nature. A man who is completely natural is always in the forest. So to represent this, Tulsi is taken as form of Vanamali, means he is having a garland of Tulsi. So the interpretation should become mystical. All the books are interpreting he is wearing a Vanamala. But if you take very seriously, live in the forest, that becomes a paripurna artha comes out of it. Because he is always in the forest, he has to correct certain things, so he carries gada. So this is just, each man should have disciplining capacity. Only he can discipline others only when he becomes Vanamali. When he is in the forest, he has the capacity to discipline others. He will not fight or do something. Just carrying gada is enough. All others will be disciplined. I am trying to talk about the importance of Ayudas also. We need not fear if we are aligning perfectly. So the gada can function on the Jivanadis also. It can control. Then comes the space. Shanki. Then comes the time. Chakri. Then comes the negativity in the world. It has to be fought. So Nandaki. What is Nandaki? Sword. Sharingi, Kodanda, Villu, bow. So what Ayudas this great master of Cosmos has got? Mace, sword, bow, and Kunj and Shankha Chakra. They are also Ayudas only for purposes of understanding. Such a person called the Narayana. Narayana means what? The base of sound is one meaning. Another is the base of nervous system. He is Vishnu. The totality of illusion is Vishnu. Purnattvana Suchitsvara Vishnu. He is also Vasudeva because everywhere only he feels. Vasanat Vasudeva. Vasitam Bhuvanattrayam. Sarvabodha Nivasosi Vasudeva Namastude. So everywhere he is appearing, he is everywhere. So he is Vasudeva. Who is Narayana? Base of each Nara. And who is Vishnu? Totality of illusion is Vishnutva. And Vasudeva, one who pervades and everywhere he is. Everywhere? One who feels everywhere, Vasudeva. Abhirakshatu, let him always be kind and protect me. So one who is afraid, they can, not to afraid, even casually you can just read 3 times this shloka if you have time. If you have time, one of the instruments. Every day, 3 times is prescription. So what are the different forms of love? Affection, moha, desires, dreams. These are all the different forms which are exhibited outside. It comes to an end only when the whole perceived world is will be transformed into a dream. So Gita says that the person who is jnani is awake in himself, he is dreaming outside. Correct word used is he sleeps in the morning hours and he wakes up in the keeps vigil in the night hours. The meaning is this: to the world where we are awake, jnani is dead. The rest is life. So the unseen love which takes different parinamas outside should be felt. It's much lower than our own heartbeat. Because it is soundless. It's a filling and overfilling. It just rushes in and out as bliss. Such a person, if you find, is a harmonical wonder. Not this harmonium. Hormones only function agode bada vichitra. No doctor can guarantee anything about that fellow. So such a person, big people like avatars, great gurus, we worship on this day. Because Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwara's physical appearance happened as Dattatreya. Today is Dattatreya Jayanti. So the creation who makes us and protects us and who is God of dissolution, these three appeared long back on a good Datta Purnima day. Today is that day. The only qualification to give birth to Datta is non-jealous, anasuya. We will not be jealous of anything. In which in our heart he will be born. With such blessings we pray for our evolution and liberation. Never be afflicted by worries. It's not worth. Life is not worth. Except worries, what is there? Everyone is asking, why worries? Why, unless I hold to something, or will this be taken by someone? Let it be taken, another you will provide, he will provide, someone will provide. Why I should hold to this? This I am failing to understand. And I have told normal people, not big people, leave the holding. They are all very happy. They are being replaced. Anything going from them, more than what they have lost, that has been replaced. But after all this, that's what one of the last persons who spread Gita, he was telling, it seems in a discourse, he was talking about asangatva, non-attachment and all those things. But when it came to his people were very miserly and all those things. So then he felt that all these things should not have been told to this crowd which reacts like this. When the discussion came on, I told that maybe this is an information. They would have started in a miserly way. Maybe your message would have reached them. After some time, they will disown their own what you call selfish hoardings, and then they will come out in a day or in a day suitable to them when karma they don't want more, isn't it? So nothing goes waste that way. So I am indirectly hinting the non-possessiveness in the heart is more important than the possessions around. You possess everything, but in heart, let love fill us not. Our brain is not capable of catching dirt and keeping it. It's not necessary. Become plentiful. And this plenty spreads everywhere. Rama Rama
Rama Rama
Rama Rama
Rama Rama
Rama Nama Krishna
Rama Krishna
Vasudeva
Vasudeva
Bhakti Mukti
Bhakti Mukti
Dayakam
Dayakam
Janaki
Janaki
Manoharam
Manoharam
Sarvaloka
Sarvaloka
Nayakam
Nayakam
Shankaradi
Shankaradi
Sevyamana
Sevyamana
Punyanama
Punyanama
Kirtanam
Kirtanam
Hare Rama
Hare Rama
Hare Rama
Hare Rama
Rama Rama
Rama Rama
Hare Hare
Hare Hare
Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna
Krishna Krishna
Krishna Krishna
Hare Hare
Hare Hare
Hare Hare
Hare Hare.
Let gossip be substituted by names of God.
What listening, but eat only the name of God. Send out only the name of God. Why I am saying this is we are sharing in Papa. We don't want to, when we are not doing Papa by ourselves, why should we become partner of another one?
Another Papa done by someone else. ನಮ್ದು ಕಳೆಯೋಣ ಬಟ್ ವೈ ವಿ ಶುಡ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಎರ್ನ್ ಅದರ್ಸ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ನರ್ ವಿತ್ ಅದರ್ಸ್. ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ಅವರು ಚೀಫ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಅವರೆಲ್ಲೋ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ, ಇವರೆಲ್ಲ. ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ವೆರಿ ನೈಸ್ ಟು ಹಿಯರ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಸ್ಪ್ರೆಡ್ಡಿಂಗ್. ದಟ್ ಫೆಲೋ ಇಸ್ ರೆಡ್ಯೂಸ್ಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಆಲ್ ದಿ ಪಾಪಾಸ್. ಹಿ ಗೋಸ್ ಟು ವೈಕುಂಠ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಬಿ ಡ್ರ್ಯಾಗ್ಡ್. Understand this, because karma, field of karma is very, very tricky. So anything about people itself is like that, about granthas, about people of higher esteem, we should not talk, imbibe qualities which are good. Make your heart free. Don't make it a carbon paper. ಅದು ಇನ್ನೂ ಬರೆದು ಒಳಗಡೆ ಇಟ್ಕೊಳ್ತದೆ. It will write more and keep within. So make it very free. Let that be nothing. Feel free. Be free. Be. Om Purnamada Purnamidam
Purnamada Purnamidam
Purnat Purnamudachyate
Purnat Purnamudachyate
Purnasya Purnamadaya
Purnasya Purnamadaya
Purnameva Vasishyate
Purnameva Vasishyate
Om Shanti
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 Shanti.
Shanti.
Thank you, my friends.